All right, welcome folks to another episode of John and Matt Hurt Ourselves. We're in Green River, which I have coined the home of a Green River. There's obviously more than one Green River. And this is Green River, Utah, and we stayed at the Holiday Inn last night and we're all packed up and ready to go. We get to start out with this fresh rainstorm. So nice, but the wind is blowing in our direction, so whether there's a fucking rainstorm or not, the wind is still blowing in our direction, and that's exciting.
0% chance of rain.
0% chance of rain is about like wrong, 100% wrong at this point. Anyway, so our goal today is to get through Moab and then on to Lockhart Basin. We've done this ride before in the past, so we know, most of it. But there are new sections that we're going to hit, so plan on doing Calf Canyon, which is about a 2.5 hour ride from this point on the back roads, and then of course we'll hop over the highway and go into the island in the Sky District, or at least north of it. So here we are in Green River, about to start. Woohoo, here we go. Propal as well. We're gonna do some crazy ass shit. That's what they say. So we had a 0% chance. We're still like in disbelief about it, but it's whatever. Anyway, it's might get more stormy. I don't know. What we need to do is like get to a low place, so hopefully this passes by us, and then maybe we'll get to a high place after that and we'll be fine. Who knows? It might be really gnarly all day long. Anyway, there's the green. It is bigger than what the Colorado normally is. Massive. Huge. A lot of water's coming out, so this extra rainstorm that's coming will be really great for us. It doesn't look like the rain's ever going to stop, but that's okay, because we're about to head in the wilderness, so this is pretty much it. We got the Tamariski, and of course up there is probably where we're going to stop, because it's our very last point where we can get water, and then we'll be off in the woods. All right, so here we are outside of Green River, watching the storm pass over us. I think it's about time for us, Matt and I, to venture. It is about, I'd say, I don't know, what, low 40s, Matt? Yeah, low 40s. And we're stuck under a bridge for a minute. I think my last video going through the same area, we were stuck under a bridge too.
It snowed up there, look.
Yeah, it snowed. Oh yeah, it did snow up there. Isn't that pretty? Anyway, we are about to embark on the journey. We really want to get out of town, but we didn't want to get soaking wet before we left, even though we got soaking wet just leaving town. We're hanging by the bridge until the storm hopefully passes, but I mean, honestly, we're hoping for the best. We just want the best. That's what we're gonna hope for. So we're about to leave, and here are the bikes. My bike is finally washed after, I think, a long time, so maybe that's a good thing. She needed a nice cleaning. Matt's got clean. We're ready to go, man. So here we go. So there's the beginning of the Red Rocks. So subsequently, this is at least what I've looked around for, is the best way. There's Matt's really close up face. Anyway, the whole range here is like basically all the way down to Moab Airport. So basically what you see right there is like Moab Airport, and this follows the whole upswell of the plateau that has the island in the sky. It's all right there. Anyway, so this is the way you leak through. So we'll actually make a quick left and then we'll go right over into this area and then down into, and I gotta film, sorry folks, down into Calf, which you can see right there. Cow and Calf Canyon. Anyway, and then we're gonna go straight up over this plateau and then right down into Moab, 1,600 feet. Filming. All right, well, I'll take the cue. So here we are. We now need to head over that little pass right there in front of Matt. You can see. So there's not really that much climbing. So it's pretty great. I really like this stuff. It's beautiful out here, Matt.
Yeah,
Lucky us. Anyway, fuck yeah. More riding to come. All right, well, we made it to this point, which is I think fairly close to the wash that you can enter that goes down into our destination, which is I think Cow or Calf, whatever it's called. Anyway, we're just getting to the red rock layer of this, like we just went white over there, and then we went from that to brownish, and then you can see a little bit white above us. So we're going down now, and hopefully down into the wash pretty quickly. We'll probably just, Matt, you're gonna just take the road because the road is perfect. I don't want to take the wash and be like, oh no. But it might be perfect too. I don't fucking know, man. Anyways, it's so hard to tell. It's such a great day. It turned into like the best day ever, and we had to just start in the rain, which is good because I saved some water along the way, and I got real dirty. So now I got some street cred in Moab. All right, more to see in just a few. Welcome to the intersection of white sand or white wash sand dunes, Ruby Ranch, and of course down into the canyon. This is our canyon stop here. You come basically right down, you can see the road. You come right down, you come into the sandstone layer. Like, dude, we just like dropped right into Moab 20 miles before you even get there. So that's fun. Matt and I are excited, stoked, because this is the first piece of the journey that's like really scenic. And I can't wait to see it. I'm really excited. Sitting under some cottonwood trees. Ooh-wee. Goodbye, beautiful canyon. Oh man, it's really warm here, but none of the trees are blossoming yet or budding. So that's weird. Must be really cold in here normally. Anyways, so now we got a big long climb to the very top, and then we descend into Moab. So woohoo, last climb. All right, well, here we are at the Spring Canyon Point and Dripping Springs. So came up from the canyon to the top here, and then I think we go up over that ridge line right there, and I think that's where it plateaus over there. Could be like a little bit more to go up, but yeah, that was a big one. That's fun. Having a good time. Day one. So a bunch of Jeepers came by because it is Jeep week, and This is pretty fantastic up here, but we are soon going to be headed across this undulating plateau, which is probably going to take us another like hour. And then we'll drop down to Moab, which will take us about an hour. So we won't be there until at least 5:30, 6 o'clock, which is cool because sun doesn't set till 8, right, Matt? I think it's like 8. So we're gonna try to get to the Colorado River. And after we get to the Colorado River, which is kind of funny, but we get to like enjoy ourselves and hang out under hoodoos. I might collapse one day, hopefully not today. And then, you know, off over to the tops. Go up, up and up, and see Matt coming up. Ooh, it's sandy, pretty much the whole way. It does get better when you get to the main road above on the plateau. And I imagine it probably gets better once it tees up here further. And I am exhausted, and it is, and maybe perhaps a little harder had I not just taken the road to the airport. But you know, seeing the wash was really cool, and getting to experience that. Excuse me, there is Jeep Week going on, so that's interesting, and maybe perhaps maybe a little tranquil, since once we get to the road, it goes downhill about 1,600 feet, which is cool. I'm excited about the downhill, but sure as heck am like enjoying the view, because it's beautiful here. I mean, according to Cher, you can turn back time. All right, so folks, enough of the jokes. Jokes aside, we're at Lone Mesa Campground. It is a gnarly bike ride up to this point, but once you get to this road, you're pretty good the whole way. It's like it's pretty smooth for a dirt road. Then we get to the top of this. I think we make possibly one more right, and we go out, but perhaps maybe not. So, woohoo! One step closer to Moab. Moab. On Mesa Campground. You can see it. That's Matt. All right, and there's the overlook. And probably just head straight down. That's really cool. And this is the intersection which we made. So now it's mostly downhill, Matt. Woohoo, it's mostly downhill. Yeah, hooray. Matt hasn't filmed yet, so I'm not part of the first sequence. It'd be nice once I am part of the opening sequence, but I'm just covered in mud, which you haven't seen. We get to go down this beautiful canyon. It's pretty sweet. All right, we are at the junction of 191 and 313. Right as we got down off the mountain. Matt wants to make it all the way. Hey. So here we go. It's all mostly downhill, minus this little. All right, so this is the downhill, right at the pinnacle. It goes right down to Moab. We go through arches. I even made a song up last time, which I probably won't do again. But arches, for God's sakes, arches. And then
This dusty spur, it's only green.
what? Yeah, it's like 200 feet gain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if we take it. You want to? Yeah, I want to go to the eat.
Yeah, I want to eat too.
So, Rusty Spoon is out. And here we are, crossing the Colorado. We made it into Moab. It's pretty cool. You can follow the bike path basically all the way to the top to here. So here we are, about to embark out of Moab. The grocery store slash like getting all the supplies was a pain in the ass, so that's good. We're like through that part. We have probably a lot of food. We have probably 10 days worth of food, but that's okay. We need the food because we're gonna eat everything that we have. So that's like good news. So we ate at Thai Bella last night. It was really good. And we didn't eat as much as we did last time we came through here. But we didn't go through a blizzard and everything else to get here. So day number 2 is going to be harder than yesterday because of how hard it is to get back to where we're going. So that's okay. We washed our bikes off a bit. You can see I'm cleaner slightly, and so is Matt. We just decided that was probably the best course of action considering what we did. And goodbye Moab for now, and we'll on to our new mission here really soon. Yeah, anyway, more to come, as I like to say too much. Welcome to Moonflower Canyon. So there's a group site that's available for high price. There's a bathroom, which is why we're here. And yeah, you can go up in there and camp with a group along the beginnings of the road. Let's see, we are starting late, and there is the Colorado, and we're trying to make our way to Lockhart, and then we'll probably get about halfway through Lockhart, I'd imagine, and camp tonight. Next day is going to be a big slog because we need to wake up really early and push our way from there through Needles, and I'm gonna have to front load my food on my back and you know, go with 2 really heavy objects in the front and back of me. So maybe it just balanced me out. I don't know. Whatever. I don't really care. It's gonna be gnarly. I knew this was gonna happen. We have about I'd say 80 plus miles to go. If we boss most of Lockhart today, which is a possibility, it will be in good shape, but we'll see. I don't know. We will see. All right, well, here we are. We are at the base of Harah Pass. We have to go over there. There it is. We have to go way up high. I don't even think that's Harah Pass. I don't know. I think I'm wrong. I think we have to go around one of these corners, perhaps. Anyways, I'll figure it out as we go. But that's on our way. Oh no, it's over there. There we go. It's not that one. It's that one. Because we follow the ridge line. And we're going to go all the way up there. And then back down into Lockhart. And by the time we get out to Lockhart, it'll be kind of late. But we'll spend probably most of the day riding because it's perfect. And we just have to cross this creek. And then we will be in dry land basically the whole time. So right now, Matt and I packed about 7 liters. Matt's using the best toilet ever. Both Matt and I feel like these are the best toilets because when you go to the bathroom, you're like, you know, really like open. When you don't have a roof on it, man, it really makes it. Except when it's raining and then it's not so hot. That sucks. But other than that, this is pretty cool. This is the group campsite, so they have these available. It doesn't look like this weekend they have them available, but that's cool. And thank God they had a toilet because that's pretty sweet. That's the last one we'll see. In fact, this is the last one until you get into Indian Creek. So these are the last toilets until Indian Creek. And we won't see Indian Creek till tomorrow about midday. What do you say, Matt? Tomorrow midday for Lockhart, probably? Most likely. We'll probably pass Island in the Sky District. There's a small sliver. Actually, it's kind of cool. There's a small sliver right after we get over this pass and into Chicken Corners and through that piece. There's a small sliver of Island in the Park on top of that plateau. So we'll go through that today. Pass through that. We'll go where they had the monolith, where like basically the marketing campaign to ruin the outdoors was established. And we'll pass that, which was the year actually that Matt and I did Lockhart Basin for the first time. And then we'll probably camp, you know, I'd say we probably get a lot of Lockhart done today because we're in pretty good shape. Anyway, all right, well, folks, more to go on this one. Yeah, we beat the Jeepers, brah. All right, we made it to Harah Pass. We have a train of Jeeps behind us, so we can't spend very long on the pass, but at least we get to enjoy it for what it is now. Now it begins, Matt, the real stuff, as opposed to this fake stuff. Woohoo. Look at that cliff. If we would have fallen, it would have been free falling. Could have sing some Tom Petty before I died. I've been a bad boy, but I loved my mama, loved Jesus, and America too.
He's free balling. Yeah, he's free.
Wow, wow, wow.
Free balling.
I can't use that footage either. burnouts in the middle of the desert. Well, we're right next to the Colorado. And I always forget this because you hear the motorboats going by, which is real weird for me to hear on a, I guess it must be really big over there. But it's really hard to because the tamarisk is blocking your ability to get there. Just normal. Pretty invasive, pretty bad. Anyway, we camped here. How many years ago, Matt? 4 years ago? Yeah, 4 years ago in this spot. I camped over there. Matt camped like probably right there. I think I remember. Anyways, oh no, that was the kitchen. Actually, we did a film of us cooking for the very first time right in this spot. And that's, thank you, Chelly. That's my wife. It's pretty sweet. And the non-invasive plants are blooming, so that's cool. Anyway, that's really neat. And there are cows. Moo, cherie. Oh man, so pretty. Not easy. Woohoo! All right, we're at the junction of Chicken Corners and Lockhart. Here we are. Excited. Finally stepping on to Lockhart Basin. Let's hope that the Jeep crew didn't go up Lockhart Basin because it is gnarly actually past this part, folks. I don't suggest anybody, unless they know what they're getting into back there, go past this point if you're not experienced off-roader. Just know that it is not easy and safe if you don't know what you're doing. Anyway, so that being said, Matt's on his way over here. He's probably just a few minutes behind, but since it is Jeep week, this intersection is probably the busiest it is all year back here. It is beautiful. You can see it's next to a canyon. There's Matt right now. And we get to go up there and onto the bench and into the national park for a minute, which is really cool. I'm excited about it. The bike section is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Here we are in the beautiful section of the canyon that goes up from Chicken Corners. It is a gnarly ride, even for a mountain bike. So if anybody does this, know that this is not easy to do. It is possible to do all the way down if you go down it on a mountain bike, but without power and being fully loaded, I think if you were light, then yeah, it's possible for sure if you didn't have anything on. But being fully loaded, this is a hike bike section for sure for us. And it hurts, doesn't it, Matt? It hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there you go. Poor Matt's bag. It's not working. All right, so we're in the thick of the Lockhart. It's punctuated by these like incredibly hard climbs you can see in front of us, and then, you know, pretty actually good in between. As long as you get to the, you know, crest of the hills and stuff, you can carry a lot of speed actually. You can see the whole thing too. Anyway, it does require a lot of work, whether you're in a vehicle, bicycle. I think bicycling might be a little faster, and off-roading, but touring bike, heavy touring bike is a little slower. That's all right. That's not our steez. Steez is just to keep going, so that's good. We're out on the in the wilderness, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's beautiful here. Just over beautiful canyons. All right, to give you reference, this is Island in the Sky of that ridgeline. Wait, I'll go back. And we came from up there yesterday and went all the way to Moab, slept in Moab, and then biked all the way out here. And hopefully we get really close to Indian Creek Falls by like, I don't know, 7 or 8. We have nothing better to do, so we might as well just pedal. We are loaded with food, which really sucks because it's literally probably one of the hardest parts of this mountain biking journey is Lockhart in the beginning. But now it smooths out for a little bit. We know this from past experience of doing this. It smooths out for miles, and it's just, you know, you got to be as flowy as possible, and that's about it. Nothing more to it than that. Anyway, so yeah, we came from that mesa all the way up there, dropped down the other side, and now we're here. So this is really beautiful. We're very lucky. It is beautiful here. All right, I love this point. So from here, you can see arches. Hopefully you can kind of see the arch. And then you can see the La Salle's. And then all the way over here, you can see that is, that's the mesa. That's where we were yesterday. On top of that, which is even higher, I feel like, than what we were looking at. It's kind of cool because that shows off a little bit of confluence. This is pretty cool, folks. So you can see, oh, in there, those are the needles. I'll move my finger, but those are the needles. And all the way over here is where the Colorado, and confluence is just right around this big rock right here. A little bit further down, but yeah. And then there, up there is Island in the Sky. It's really cool. It's cool that we were just really like, actually, we weren't that far away from it, were we? We were like a couple miles away from that. It's pretty neat. Really pretty. All right, so Matt has the Nemo Astro, which is the super wide version. So, I mean, it's like a bed. It's really cool. I have the X-Bed Ultra 1R Duo Medium mat. So I don't even have the large one, but I got the one that's slightly smaller. And below it, I use a foam or closed foam or self foam mat with Reflectix on either side. I think it might be a little overkill considering where we're at, because, you know, obviously a duo mat is overkill, but I don't need so much protection from the ground this evening. But it will be nice. I will feel the difference in the warmth, so there's that. Anyway, so we're setting up our camps. This is what it looks like. Every time we do one of these adventures, and Matt gets to listen to me reiterate the same stuff over and over again. But yeah, this is it right now, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves and eat well. Here's the food for the first night. We got a really windy situation this evening, so that kind of sucks. Getting wind from all sorts of directions, but I built this rock wall. It covers most of the sides, except for the side I need to get to actually operate the stove. Anyway, so we have all our stuff out. There you go, Matt's doing his thing. See what the meats are out. We're gonna see which ones we use. We're decided to use this one. Don't you like that knife, Matt?
This knife is really sharp, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Anyway, bought it like,
around and what? It's just like
you know, we bought it on sale, $60.
on sale, $60.
That's crazy. A little expensive. There you go.
Nice.
Look, I'm simmering with a whisper light, folks. There you go. I just want to point it out. Saving gas and simmering. Look at that. All right, day 3, and the clouds are descending upon us. It looks like we're gonna get a rainstorm. So hopefully it's not too bad. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. I'm waiting for Matt at the moment. We have some mountain biking to do and long distance to go, and this is canyon number 1, and we have like 4 more to go. So we have a while to get out of here, but that's all right. We'll just take our time. Matt's coming out. If it's gonna rain today, it's perfect time for us to wait. There's Matt right there, next to the hoodoos. All right. That was a little faster, that canyon. That's good.
Yeah.
We're getting faster and faster. The opuntia have really long thorns right now. I only see it in the older ones, the older plants. But it's like they're sticking them out and catching dew or like water out of nowhere. We're in kind of like the clouds right now. And it's really cool to see opuntia change in this environment. They're collecting water, I believe. It's pretty neat. There, record. Alright, just give me a second. I gotta put my gloves on and waste footage. Let's hope for the best. Alright, you lead, sir. Digger. Yeah. Concentration all the way to the end. Place never lets you give up your guard. Of course, it's a lot harder when I can't see in front of you, Mott. You lost the glue. Glue down. We just basically completed. This is the archway to pure hell for the next 60 plus miles, 65, something like that. Miles all the way to Moab. Not easy. Not a single pedal stroke will be easy if you ever do it. But we're doing this in this one long continuous chain of pure hatred on our butthole. I have to say it. It's true. It's really a lot of mountain biking. Anyway, so we made it. And we're excited that we're here in Indian Creek Falls. And there's a bunch of people camping who probably also thought it was going to be nice down here. But it's been like 30 degrees and windy like the entire time. I meant to take photos and pictures, except I was just so exhausted by that point. The only thing I could think to do is try to get to the salvation of some rocks. It's really weird. It's like 60 degrees outside, except for in the wind.
It's not 60, it seems like
50. Well, it's really nice when it's not in the wind. That's my point. I'm like hot in the wind. Or out of the wind. So every time you're out of the wind, you get boiling. And that's the problem on Lockhart too, because you boil like on the climbs because there's no wind. And then when you come down, there's a bunch of wind. So then you start like getting really hypothermic, and then you have to climb again. And it's just this endless like hypothermic sweat bomb of, I don't know, man. It's really hard. Probably one of the hardest things to do. Like, it's harder than White Rim, no doubt, because it's technical all the way through. White Rim is not technical until like either, depends on which way you go, but it's either the beginning or the end, and Lockhart is literally technical all the way to the end. So there you go. All right, let's get out of here because there's people coming in. All right, toilet to toilet from Moab to here is about 70 miles in between two toilets. And they both are my favorite kind. However, not when my favorite kind's been used a whole lot, man. That is gnarly. But Matt's going for it, so good for him. We are about to embark over the crest of this hill, which will literally suck because it is windy as fuck. And I didn't really mean to kind of rhyme there a little bit, but it's gonna be bad. But at least it's not raining, so that's good. It's about probably just shy of 40 degrees, maybe like 41 degrees right now. Windy, real windy, and yeah, I don't know. That's probably like the perfect temperature actually for Matt and I, what we want to do. So you never can have it perfect. You just gotta have what you give, what's given to you. How's that? That's the best I can say it. And what's given to us is this really terrible cold, blustery weather. That's alright, we're dressed for it, so we're prepared. We're gonna bike up the mountain a ways. And it's like up the hill a ways. And then we're gonna head straight back into the wind again on the road until we get to the national park, where I'll be barely able to reach for my wallet and to show the park ranger who we are and what we want to do. Anyway, so here we go. Maybe it's so cold and nasty nobody wants to camp tonight on Easter. Probably not. Alright, the end of day number 3. And we're on road finally. We have brutalized. Because literally it's pretty. The way we're going is all wind interface. We're used to this, so every time we're in here, the wind is interface. So take the best of what we can get, which is at least some sun, and it's beautiful, and just pedal and see what happens. Alright, Canyonlands, Needles District. So I'm really tired. We've had wind interface now going on for the 10th hour of biking, so it's been really fun today. So hopefully tomorrow gets a little better, because this is really hard. Canyonlands National Park. I have a feeling that no one's gonna be here. Here comes Matt. Here we are in the Needles District, deep in the Needles District. We're at we scored a permit from the ranger. He was real chill. He sold us the day permit to get to the Devil's Kitchen, and then scored us a campsite at Devil's Kitchen, which is pretty fucking sweet. I mean, yeah, you don't get any cooler than that. And then we're in this awesome untouched forest. Of course, you know, it's because people aren't allowed off the roads, so you can see they're really nice. Anyway, so that's where we're at. We're at the intersection here. It's one way. So this way to Devil's Kitchen, you have to go this way, all traffic, and then of course you circle around and come back the other way. And that's the loop. But look at our glory hole. It's glorious in here. Devil's Pocket. And up there. That beautiful view is the Devil's Pocket. We made it. Oh, man, I'm tired. It was a long ride up here, and we had lots of rocks, but it is beautiful through here. It's like a paradise. Oh, it is cold though. Really, really cold. Watching the sunset's amazing over the pocket. Ooh, yeah, it's so pretty.
So cool. So cool.
The ranger really did hook it up. Sweet. That was awesome. That was, I have to say, the best experience I've had with rangers at a national park. It's pretty well because the word shows are ridiculous. Anyway, so here we are in the best campsite ever. We're packing up, unfortunately. We slept in late of naturally. It's 8:30. Kudos to us for being lazy, but it was cold last night. It was probably like in the maybe like 30s, 20s, I don't know, somewhere around there. So we're gonna get going now, and we were fed by some really nice neighbors of ours. They like gave us pho, like, so we didn't even have to cook dinner. Go figure. We never thought that was going to be the case, and yeah, it's been really pleasant. So now we're going to shove all the way through to the top of the mountain, and today is going to be really interesting because it's going to be like probably like I'd say 10 degrees up there, right, Matt?
Sunny warm.
Anyway, but we've been through worse. I mean, 10 degrees ain't nothing. Ha ha ha. We shake a stick to it because we've been out and it was 0 last time. Last spring it was 0 degrees at night and high 20s in the day if we were lucky. Some days were low 20s. So it's an improvement from last year's spring. So we're going to take that as, you know, our sign that we can handle most things and just keep moving. So that's the thing. Anyways, some of us have some ailments we're working through, and actually both of us, and we'll make it through. We do have the time for being in the fucking beautiful.
Well, we have a time for it, it's just not in our agenda.
Right.
Even though it's like the centerpiece of the whole fucking tour.
There's some beauty here.
Yeah.
We don't have to be at Confluence to experience Confluence. Wow. New steel sign. This is what I gotta see. Must be sublime. Look at that. Wow. Really is magical through here. Some of the best mountain biking that we've had. Just through the most wild part. And there's just crazy amounts of Biodiversity in here is amazing. We get to go down through that, Matt.
All these videos of me push.
Here we are. We have to get over that pass, a little over there. Then we go down into another wash. And then we have completed the journey through Capitol Reef, basically. Or not, keep saying Needles. Keep saying Capitol Reef, ha ha ha. But it's very similar, and it's like, except for this one is like more beautiful in here. So the Needles of Canyonlands kind of wins on the beauty scale. I mean, look what we're riding through. We had this whole canyon to ourselves. I had to stop. All right. I think this is Bobby Joe Campground. There's many spots here, but not many people come out here for obvious reasons. It's pretty gnarly. I think there's one more horse thief that goes up that way. But if I'm not mistaken, these tracks are old. And they weren't made, but a while ago. So we're the first people through here, I think, in a few days. Which is cool that people come all the way out here. Jeez. I mean, literally we have been out here for, I don't know, like days. I feel like we've gone even that far. Anyway, we kind of have. We've done a lot, but yeah, it's definitely hard to get to. And then once you're at that point, we rise, and you can see Horse Mountain in the distance. Oh, I go the wrong way. They don't want you to go this way. Do not go that way or that way. And then we're going up there to Horse Mountain. It's covered in snow. Just how we like it though. We're hoping that we get maybe something decent. We get up there, we see the ridge line, make the assessment. But if that's not the case, we're gonna go down to the left side of it, right there, and then down with our bikes on our back, down through there, if we make it. So that's at least something that we will get to probably tomorrow or even this evening if everything goes as planned. But it's hard riding. It's slightly sandy to get here. That's probably why there's not a lot of mountain biking videos about it, just because of how hard it is to get here. But when you do come out here, yeah, you'd have it to yourself, and it's fairly decent. You just have to be, ready to ride on some sand for a while, hike, bike for a while, but for the most part, it's pretty solid. It's a little easier than Lockhart, punctuated by some like difficulty, but it's nice. Bobby Joe, look at that balanced rock. Dang, that's gonna come down like a vengeance. And there's Horse Mountain.
We're off in distance.
Yay! All right, we are at the south boundary of Canyonlands National Park, and you can see there is nothing around here at all except for cliffs and a beware of situation. Anyway, so we just made it through. That was really sweet. Excited about it. There it is. How beautiful it is. God, it's beautiful back here. It's everything I thought and more. Now Matt and I can just go and relax anywhere. Not that we would tamp down some of this crypto here, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I've always wanted to come here. So And this is right outside the park. Look how beautiful it is in here. It's just as pretty as the park. And there's flowers that grow on the road. Sweet. There you go, the entrance to Bobby's Hole. Let's see, we made it through. This is either the BLM or the National Forest, I don't know. I have the map, I could look. Anyway, so right now we're heading into Bobby's Hole. And not many people make it out this far. It's pretty remote. I'm really glad that we were able to mountain bike most of it. It's actually quite pleasant, minus the tumbleweeds, which occasionally block the trail. And don't anticipate seeing anybody because the road to the other side of this basin is blocked. So the only way into this area right now is the way we came. So here are more pictures to go when we get to Bobby's. Bobby's Hole. We made it. Now we just have to plunge up the huge plunge. Oh my gosh, and it's gonna start to rain on us. That's okay. A little rain won't do us any harm. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, man, it is kind of cold. That's all right. We're going up. All right, on top of Bobby's. And we got snow. Kind of cool. It's like t-shirt weather and it's like snowing, so I don't know what to make of it. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Okay, but
Easy one.
you got lots
On the other side.
gun sight, Henry's. It's amazing. The view's so big, it's like you can't. It's just like endless. 5 times. All right, first ruin, a ruined park. To see the old structure. It's really neat. Try not to be too close to it. It is spectacular. Right under these beautiful red cliffs. See the joint. That's really cool. Matt! It's snowing on us. It's snowing and it's warm outside. This is like Utah weather at its finest. Must be some kind of weird blessing or something. All right, I'm gonna have a snack, wait for Matt. It's all sandy. I just like couldn't do it anymore, so I stopped. I'll just wait for him here. It's gonna be comfortable anyways. It looks sandy. And we might have to shove a little bit, but for the most part I rode about 100% of that until here. And I just got too tired. It's pretty tough. You can see how much I'm sinking, and anyways, it's heavy. So hope we get through it quick. Oh, I didn't film any of that. Sweet. There is a ruin. This is why they call it Ruin Park, folks, because there is a ruin right there. And if you look over here on top of this hill, there's a ruin right there. And if you go down a little ways, your ruins all along this area, all along there. So that's why they call this Ruin Park. Look at this. And then leads to that. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Look at the corners. Oh, wow. Oh, man. That was amazing. Let me zoom out a little bit. Holy moly. Now that is a ruin. Holy moly. Wow. Worth all the work. Holy moly. Oh man, this is beautiful. Whoa. The old wood structures are still intact. Like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Holy crap. Day number 5. And we are now embarking on our journey up top of the mountain. But before we do, we have to deal with frigid temperatures and gale force winds, which are normal in our lives. You can see we got some flapping. My entire tent is flapping. It's all right. It probably stretched a little bit. It needed to. It was freaking tight. Shrunk. Anyway, so our plan is we're going to go on top of the Abajo range, and I'm doing it from the tent right now because it is super cold, and I waited till sunrise because I'm freezing. And that's normal. We started a fire last night and cooked, which Matt got some footage of. And I'll maybe show you the tents getting out of it, but today looks like one of those days in which, 30, 40 mile an hour winds. It's really hard for us to want to venture out, but we have to. So anyway, here we go. All right, we were just discussing the amount of filming that Matt's been doing on our glorious journey. It might be the prettiest place we've ever spent 5 days in.
it's hard to stop ever and to record anything.
And it is hard to stop because when you do, you're usually blown over by a windstorm. We're sheltering ourselves from the wind. Oop. Just going to show you folks the view from the other side. I'm going to go back to that spot because it's cold. But as me and Yahweh footpath, we get to the beautiful. And it's beautiful over there, but this is the very tip top of the national park. So right here is top of the Needles. And it's like right on that plateau. You can see there's the entire Needles. Oh wee. I'm not gonna spend too much longer here. It's cold. Holy moly. I'm breathing heavy because it's hard, but look what we get. You like that song, Matt?
Why do we sing for Jason Segel?
Because he's annoying.
Because he's annoying.
He plays the same role every time.
That's true.
Well,
Let's see.
we might. I'm getting excited. We're higher than, look, we're higher than the place you were, Boundary Butte.
That's true.
There's the top right there, Matt. There's Sweet Alice. And our trail's just right around the corner.
There's definitely a lot less snow than last week.
All right, folks, we are at the intersection. We were here about 4 years ago. No, maybe 5 years ago. Maybe 6. We came out of this area. We followed the White Rim Trail. I got some pretty shots through the White Rim. Because that little finger over there is Sweet Alice. And we are up at altitude, and so far so good. So we're gonna keep going until we're told otherwise. Folks, normally I don't take a video of myself, but got my bike on my back and I'm hiking it. Probably another 100 meters or so. Oh man. Oh man, it's been hard. But almost done. Well, we're not going that way.
Huh?
I said we're not going that way. The only way we can go is that way. And around. Woo-wee, that was hard.
Yeah.
You pushed the whole time. I can't believe you pushed the whole time. That's pretty good. I like carried mine. All right, folks, disappointment. I tried to make it up that trail, but I'm up to my thigh. And I'm sure it's not gonna do that for a mile. So, it's already been hard enough. We've been in, like snow road for about 4 miles, 5 miles?
Wow.
So now we gotta head back to Indian Creek. And we'll probably just end up sleeping somewhere at the bottom. I don't know, what you think? It's fucking like 2 or something. Unless you want to bike to Monticello. Oh, negative. Anyway, so we tried, we really did. But we got hammered, right? Again, due to snow. Really late season snow actually is what really kind of did us in. Which is really disappointing because we really wanted to do this trail. So we tried. I'm soaked and muddy, and Matt's soaked and muddy, and we both probably just want to get out of this mud snow layer. So when we think about Boundary, Matt, you think about Boundary. Anyway, so if we get to Boundary, then we'll be fine.
There's a really, really legit campsite that we found down there.
Oh, sweet. So we can just maybe...
It's not that far down, but it's really cool.
Yeah, maybe we do that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But it is cold as fuck.
It is true, it'll be cold right there.
If we just go all the way into the creek, we could find somewhere to sleep that's like somewhat warmer, hopefully.
Oh, by a rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so warmer would be better because it's been absolutely brutally cold the entire trip. And the snow. So
your spring break is never the right week.
No. We got to do it like end of June or the beginning of June.
I think beginning of May would be perfect. Just one more month, that's all you need because it'd be too hot after that.
No, the beginning of June. June 1st. That's not too hot. Anyway, so we're just going to have to figure out a better time to do it. Evidently Matt likes to be really cold, so anyway. All right, well, we still got lots of snow, and someone was bound and determined to make it up here.
Even that thing couldn't make it up, or had a hard time.
Looks like it did struggle, didn't it?
Yeah.
The track. All right, that's Salt Creek, at least the trailhead. See a bunch of people over there. It's kind of cool. Yeah, so there you go, Salt Creek, humans. Salt Creek. pretty. Welcome to our sunset. I made a fire. Matt cut up vegetables and for dinner, and now we're putting everything away and we're going to bed. And we can't be happier because, man, we are fucking tired.
That was so good.
We're going to drink from this creek tomorrow. I'm going to filter out at least a gallon. Pretty view. We got the fire here, our bikes, our tents. You can see we got everything really a person could want, especially given how hard the last few days are. And in fact, there's just been no civilization for a while. So we will filter our water tomorrow and head to Moab, back to Moab. All right, late start out of Indian Creek. Might as well have just taken our time. Anyways, we took our time because we're exhausted. It's day 6, and you can see we had a nice fire last night. It's day 6, and we have been in the wilderness for what is it, 5 days now? 5 days in the wilderness straight. And so we're excited that there's water that we're gonna filter, even though it's cow shit water, but a little less cow shitty while the melt's going down. It's nice. Anyway, it's better than the San Rafael, which we drank this summer. Anyway, so we're about finished packing up. A little lighter because, yeah, we're pretty much,
We ate a bunch of food.
yeah, we're pretty much down to a few days left of food, so that's good. And yeah, that's really cool. All right, we're all packed up, getting ready to go. Matt's just gotta grab his fanny. And the creek provided for us. We got some great water from it, so that's really great. This is one of the better spots we've had in the whole trip, so that's cool. We actually got it. We almost shared it with a French couple, but then they were against us after a while, probably after they smelled us from a distance. So we got our water, got our bikes packed, and we're out of here. It was a little late, but we only have road miles, so who fucking cares? All right, more beauty, but more traffic. Well, I'm sitting on the side of the road waiting for Matt. We're at Indian Creek right now. It's beautiful. But I'm gonna get a lowdown on what I do to my bike because I don't really talk about this on video. I have a 12 speed. I have a White Industries crank, and I have a SRAM 12 speed 50 to 10 tooth on the back. I have it specially modified so I can run the Shimano instead. I have it connected to a friction shifter. I run Shimano Saint brakes because they're bomb proof, and a 203 and a 180 in the back. 203 in the front, 180 in the back. My hubs are Hope, and my front one is Surly. Just bomb proof all around. That's all I really needed. My wheels are tubeless, so I know that they're not meant to be tubeless, but they, have hooks, and the tubeless have converted them with duct tape. And I love it.
because I can run pretty consistent pressure and pretty much not lose any like speed. Where tubes you have to be a little bit more like finicky with the tire pressure. Also, I can run them down to like 3 psi, 2 psi, which I have, and that is what I usually run. So about when I'm in the wind or when I'm in the snow, I can run around 2 psi, and in really bad situations I can usually pedal it out. Get off to the side of the road more. Also, I like about tubeless is they're pretty bomb proof. They don't really leak. They don't have the same problems as tubes. If I run over something, I just pull it out, it's fine. Or I leave it in there in certain circumstances. I normally don't care. And it seals, so that's nice. I have a Surly Pugsley for a dropper seat post, just in case things get hairy. Even the most hairy situations, usually I don't drop it. It's usually like only if it's really important do I drop it. And then Jones bars in the front, paired with the rest of the stuff. Cheap Chinese made lights, just some film gear, and the Restrap backpack where I actually put bags in it for my feet. I have front usually is my tent, and I brought this foam pad for the first time and I really loved it, so I'll continue to take that. Back here is my sleep system too, so front and back are sleep systems: tent, sleeping jacket, sleeping bag, sleeping blanket, pillow, and I use a double mat, which you guys saw in the film earlier. Up here I just carry food as much as I can shove. My stove and my water filter system is there, and everything's really modular so that like I can just take any piece off and use it depending on any circumstances that I run into. I use the Cambrium 67 saddle, which Matt has too, which is awesome. And of course the seat post lever, it's the XTR seat post lever, just because it has the spring action and I really like that. No maintenance, basically. No maintenance on the whole bike. Like I rarely ever have to maintenance this bike at all. I could beat the shit out of it and it'll just run. Literally have dragged it behind a car and it's totally fine. Twice, no problems. So, this thing is really taking a beating and it's just still fine. So, and you can see that I do water up front and I do water mainly in the bag. And then I have a travel backpack that I take on and off depending on how much food I need, depending on how far each section is. So I got it all figured out, I think. And it makes it life a lot easier now that everything is just easy to do. All right, folks, we are ascending to another ridgeline and then down that one. But first we're gonna pass Newspaper Rock. It's really cool. You're crazy, Matt. Newspaper Rock. Not as cool as the shit that we saw in Beef Basin, but Ruin Park, but pretty damn cool. It absolutely sucks on this road, but there are those sows and it's beautiful, so make the best of it with the conditions of people. Holding the rock. That's really cool Jeep.
So I saw a Jeep up. I saw it back there.
There's snacks and soda. This is our first experience with snacks and soda in 6 days, so that's really nice. So Way to go, Matt. We made it for 6 days. And we finally got this place. Anyway, Moab is next. This room was on discount. It's the suite. However, the downside is people don't ever stop driving on this highway that's just outside of it. This is the green well. It's actually pretty sweet. There's a door that opens. It's freezing outside, but it's pretty cool. There's Main Street. It's a weird, they call this a balcony. Quite the balcony. Wow. See the highway? That's the highway discount. Over the bridge again. A bunch come through this batch. Arches National Park. We're not going in. You know, I have to give props to Dave because he's the first one that made a video about this particular climb. So yeah, Dave, here's to you. Kind of like a best guide on YouTube, I like to say. He actually like legitimately talks about important things, like for instance how busy Arches is all the time. The line is extremely long. Matt and I are following the bike path out of town, and then we're gonna hit Gemini and go up Gemini to Dead Horse. So that's the plan today. Mountain bike a little bit of Dead Horse, and probably head out of the park and camp somewhere in the BLM land. So that's the plan. It is beautiful here. Of course, hot. So I'm glad we're getting high. Up there is our plateau. So, you know, thousands of feet. Only 2,000 feet, I believe. So, and we'll be there. By the way, folks, that's Portal up there. Just in case you're wondering where Portal was. It's actually begins at the end of this cliff face, but it follows this rim sketchily all the way. There's the beginning. So we're leaving the bike trail, and now we're heading up into Gemini Bridges. So we'll follow that road. You can see the ATVs on that shelf up there, and that'll take us to the top of the mountain. Nice part is the climb's pretty solid and all at once. So about probably, I don't know, 1,000 plus feet. Not too bad. Oh man, I'm tired. Put up some megawatts coming up this mountain. I think it goes down a little bit, and perhaps maybe up higher. I don't know. Either way, I'm really glad to get to this point. So there's a bike path down there. You can see my bike path, and goes up. It's pretty sweet. It goes away from the road. Then it converges right over there. And it comes down and then meets with the road and goes underneath it. And on the other side, you get to Gemini Bridges. It's kind of weird at Gemini Bridges. It's like a kind of misleading to get here, like to access the BLM. Like the people that own the place make it seem like it's private property. So it's easy to miss. Just drive on through. That's my suggestion. And don't listen to the sides. It's meant to be deceiving. Anyway, so that's Gemini Bridges. I think it's the initial climb, which is gnarly. I think we went up like perhaps 1,000 feet to the top. So that was cool. We were sitting just down in there like less than an hour ago. So Matt and I really did a number. Anyway,
So there you go. There's arches from the top of here. You can see. And the LaSalle's. So there you go. LaSalle's arches. It's hard to get in that place. You have to do a time schedule thing, which is really weird. So anyway, I'm gonna get another shout out to, well, I'm waiting for Matt, to the three-wheeled traveler. I suggest if you're going to do long distance tours and you have questions about connections and different things that go on, he published videos 8 years ago. He kind of disappeared, so I'll hashtag him on the video. He'll be my only like hashtag shout out and see. Apparently no one's heard from him. Oh, there's a helicopter. In about 8 years. So if he is out there, I like to say a shout out to him because he's helped me through many travels all around California and Utah, and I really appreciate that. Look, there's a helicopter. If I can get it on film. Get you on film. Oh, there's Matt. Same time as the helicopter. So yeah, shout out to Dave from the three-wheeled traveler. You've been really inspirational and helpful in all the logistics that go into this crazy thing of bike touring. I think I'm gonna make a declaration, folks. A bike tour is a bike tour, and I respect anybody who does road or otherwise, because all of it is fraught with its own disastrous consequences. So, you know, like when people, you know, want to make distinctions, I think it's because they lack, you know, the security in themselves to all admit that that's what we're doing. We're bike touring. So there you go. That's my declaration. I want to like unity when it comes to things and not like complete parody, because I feel like it's kind of preposterous. Anyway, so here we go. Here's to you, Dave, wherever you are.
Sweet.
Trail and disaster. Don't fall, or you will meet your maker. I think that's where we gotta go. To that gap on Getaway. On top, we got the race day fools. We're not even close to the top by a little bit. Look,
I know, I can see.
we have like a quarter more to go.
Close.
Damn, Gina.
Oh, right here. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Whoa.
we're screwed.
No, we still got.
There you go. Magnificent 7 area. All right, well, Matt is here, sitting under this hoodoo-ish thing. Our bikes are only 600 feet from the top. Oh my God. This trail is freaking gnarly. And on top of all that, we are fully loaded. And we've done like part of Arts, and we've done part of Getaway. And yeah, I'm so tired I can't even like speak. It's crazy. Oh man, I am tired. Whoop-de-woo. And it's really windy again. They're gonna do this in the weekend. I guess it's gonna rain. Pretty gnar.
Yeah.
This is gonna suck.
Yeah.
It's gonna ruin the trail. That's funny. Anyway, here we go. All right, we're at Forest Leaf Campground. It's 6:30 in the morning, and close to the net. You can see the Mongar 2 is connected to basically the cloud up. It's like the our local version of the cloud up. Anyway, so it's been holding up. Most of these stakes fell out once. Let me put it back in. Wasn't that bad. We have to wake up and go on our last day. It is gonna be hella windy today. They were saying that they're gonna be forecasted 30-mile-an-hour winds with 60-mile-an-hour gusts. So probably will be our most challenging day yet. Because why not? We can do it. So our last day is our hardest day, and it's actually technically not the hardest day because we've had hard technical days for many days, except for the ride from Joe's Valley to, or I'm sorry, Indian Creek to Moab. Anyway, that was just hard because of the cars that would pass us by. That's not easy to deal with either. So our plan is, the shoulders were really scary too. So that's another gripe while I'm on this tangent this morning. Utah, you make Moab your recreation capital. And you make it all about infrastructure and everything else. But once you leave like town limits, it's scary to be on your roads. It like literally isn't like from any direction you head into Moab, minus the dirt. It feels like you're gonna die over and over and over again. So if you could do one thing, just widen the shoulder, and let people ride their bikes into your town without having to go over mountains, that'd be great. And my second gripe is, if you go in the desert, remember to bring wind protection. I like tents. They're easy to set up, and you can see I've connected the two. And it just makes it nice when it's windy, because this trip has been windy pretty much every day except for yesterday, and there were wind gusts. So it's just windy out here, so that's something to prepare for. And it's nice to have a tent when you need to get out of the wind, because that can be just as arduous and painful as any other weather event. So there you go, that's why we bring tents. Whatever, dog. All right, let's do it. Already slowed out today. It's super windy. The sand is everywhere. I don't got much traction, but Matt does, so we get to watch Matt do cool things in the sand. I just gotta stay on top of my wheels. We're fully loaded. We moved like this the whole trip. So, hope you all know we're not trying to go slow. We just don't have the time to waste to do trails real slow. Woo!
That was fun. We passed by the spot 8 days ago. Yo, 8 days to blow. 8 days ago. 7 days, 8 days ago actually. 8 days ago we were here, Matt, and we came up from this way, but today we're going this way. Just because we haven't gone this way yet, and it looks actually smoother on our hands. We're pretty exhausted from all this dirt, so we're excited about finally getting to the vehicle and getting some food. Woohoo! Alright, so this is Airport Road. So we're heading toward Green River on Airport Road. It actually is mostly fine. This might be the easiest way to get to Moab if we just continued on Airport. So we really wanted to go quick. This is the place. However, if you really want beauty, then over to the left, when we finally get to the wash here of Calf and Cow Canyon, is amazing. Like, that was the beginning of our trip. We went through there, and now we're on the less stellar side of that, but still it's easy on dirt, because there's not many things that are that easy on dirt. So, alright, day 8 is turning out to be an adventure no matter what. The Sandstorm. It is nearly every better. 30 plus miles an hour. I like the funnel. It's like you get bounced around too. Oh, only cows like the Sandstorm. Holy coly! Yes. Great. Polo means fast. Alright, so we're gonna get our trip 8 days ago. Sign. Road. Of course. Up into, right actually over this hill, folks, is Red Rock. You'd never know it without going over the hill, but if you go over that hill, it's Red Canyon, Red Rocks. So, anyways, I'm going to leave that a mystery to the next folks that want to do this crazy adventure. Now we're heading up through there and down to Old 6, I believe, and into Green River, which might take us a long time. Sandstorm has us. We are exiting the road and we have a sandstorm. Oh, sandstorm. In fact, the sandstorm has only gotten worse throughout the day. But Matt and I, we're okay. It's crazy though. Woohoo, sandstorm. Metal jam. Alright, so this is Old 6. Thank God it exists, because it's the best way from Green River to the top of the mountains where the sandstorms happen. The other route of the sandstorm is kind of nice. Or down. It took us, goodness, a long time because we started on single track this morning. And now we're on old road, abandoned road. I hope to keep this for a long time because it really is one of my favorite abandoned roads. It just reminds you of the old times, and it also is pretty nice for a bicyclist because, you know, you don't have to be on that Totally skipped the freeway. And this is nice. Anyway, so we're gonna be heading down Green River in just a few. That wind. Sorry. Okay, almost there. Just gotta get over. Out here, I think. Maybe it'll be nice, but it has been gnarly for the past like hour, maybe. I was hoping I get a little lucky, but it's alright. Good enough. There is the oil rig outside of Green River, so I'm out closer. And you can see Green River down, way down over there. So, closer. It's alright, we'll get there.